Welcome to Soulciete, the shift, the tribe, the movement. May you live your truth. Live from Los Angeles, this is Dr. Erin, Doctor of Divinity, teaching universal law, metaphysics, science of mind, and of course, teaching spiritual coaches how to kick ass and take names. Okay, so let's do this thing. We come together each day to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, align with universal law. We also come together as a spiritual community in Soulciete. We literally are here for empowerment, entrepreneurship, and enlightenment. We truly believe that when somebody awakens, they have a gift and message to bring to the world. And our mission is to awaken 1 billion people globally. So today we are on the 52 series of universal laws. Today is the law of creation, the universal law of creation. And why the frick do we care so much about universal laws? Because it's like having a manual for our life. You know, it's like literally no one ever teaches us. Like, it's insane in school that we learn geography before we understand how our emotions work or how we are creating into existence the life that we have. It's insane in my opinion, but I guess it's controversial because it's quote, quote, spiritual, but whatever. So it's time to learn about you. This is really about you. This entire series is about you and how you are creating and manifesting 24/7 without any effort whatsoever. You are so powerful that the minute you even consider something, you set the law of polarity into effect. So the law of creation states that life is being created from spirit, your higher self, right now. This axiom is the first cause and mode of operation of how the creative process of the universe works. It is the unfoldment of thought through universal law into form. This law is based upon the primary axiom of spirituality, the reality that life is created from spirit, your higher self. Spirit manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe is the body of spirit. This creative principle works for everyone equally. Okay, so the law of creation is not something out there. It is what you are. It's how you even like exist whatsoever through this law of creation. So it's kind of like the triune nature. Basically, it's like if you take a look and imagine up above is kind of like a filter that comes down of spirit. It's your creative thought. It's the directing of energy. It's you directing upon energy. And that can be done, of course, through the consideration of your identity. That's how powerful you are. It can be done through having trauma within the subconscious, and it condenses this, every potential out there, right? So it's basically the creative factor, you, consciousness, coming down, and then is going into basically the subconscious mind or the soul or the subjective mind. We have many names for it. And then that basically outpictures into life through the law. Through the law is how it works, okay? It's how we put like a game together in this universe. If there was no laws, everything would just be going all directions. There would be no order. So the law is basically how we manifest and how we have order to actually have things that exist in the universe. Otherwise, it'd just be a bunch of elements and particles floating around and there would be no game to it. So the law of creation is how you manifest. And the great news is that if you're not manifesting what you want, you can recreate how you are creating through, your beliefs, basically. How your identity is. That's how you are creating through the law of creation, okay? But we got to remember, right? So I remember years ago beginning to learn about universal law and realizing that, and asking and pondering the question, how did we create, if we're everything, how do we create like gravity, right? Like I can't overcome gravity. How can I recreate gravity? Well, the reality is that we have to remember that as we create through the mind and through the soul of the universe, or the soul of us, the soul of the one mind, that we put into automation. And if we repetitively create over and over again, it goes into the subconscious mind as the habits of our life. And as, the universe, it goes into to laws of physics, of gravity, of these things that we can't change now because we've been creating it for so long. It's like, could you change beating your heart? No, because you've been doing it for so long that it becomes automated through the law of creation. And then once it goes into the automated process, it goes into what we call the collective consciousness and the cosmic consciousness, okay? We can also call it the automated system in the body. We can call it the gravity. It's like physics. These are the things that have been created over and over and over again for so long that they become law. They become part of the process. We no longer have to create that. It's a great thing. We don't have to recreate gravity every day. Can you imagine how much work that would be? We'd have to recreate beating the heart every day. It's like it's an automated system, okay? So the law of creation is how we create, and we need to know that and become conscious of what we're creating from here on out, right? So if we have gravity and we want to create freedom of flying across the globe in a airplane, we have to invent something new. But we get to create that. We get to say that I am going to choose to create something, and I'm going to innovate, and I'm going to invent, and I'm going to do this thing and create something new in this world. Or I'm going to move past my patterning. You know, my lineage definitely has codependency in it. There's addiction in my family. There's depression in my family, like so many lineage, right? There's also incredible creativity in my family. My great-grandfather invented the modern golf ball, even though I grew up very poor and didn't come from that side, and we didn't have, anyway, long story, but we invented the first quarter horse in part of my family. We have a very creative process, right? So the law of creation is saying that we're creating right now from our highest cause, which is pure creativity, pure innovation, pure, invention right now, right here. But we also have to remember that we've created other things, and that we're not the effect of those things. It states in the law of creation that spirit can never be the effect of it or absorbed by it. We're not these bodies. We're not the things that are out there in the world. We cannot be the effect of it. It's impossible. We can pretend that we're the effect, or we can pretend we're in this game called life, but the reality is you always have choice. You always have choice, okay? So remember in the law of creation that you got to wake up. You got to wake up and realize that you created this entire universe. You created the gravity. You created all of it. It all comes from one source, and that you've also created the good and bad parts of your life today, the relationships that you have, the health that you have choice, and that you've got to wake up and realize and take responsibility for what you have created and what you're creating now. And secondly is reprogramming. So if you don't want to have what you're having right now, you've got to realize that you're creating out of the traumas of your past life. You're creating out of the lineage, out of the patterns that you have in your DNA. So you've got to reprogram that. And you have the power to do that. In Soulciete, obviously, we teach and train the spiritual coaches how to reprogram the subconscious mind, how to go past the trauma that is outpicturing over and over again repetitively in its insanity in our relationships, in our relationship with money, in our relationship with health, and so on and so forth. So you have to reprogram if you want to create from nothingness, from that pure potential, from that new thought. You have to reprogram your subconscious mind. Thirdly is aligning with recognizing what is your truth. What do you want to align with? Is it that you're ready to leave that corporate job? Is it that, you've got to align and become more loving and not look to the world for love, but be love? Is it that you need to align with Mother Nature and align with what really serves for your harmony, for your high vibe in your life and in your body? You've got to align, and you have to get real. We birth people's truth within Soulciete, birthing their purpose, birthing what their commitments are, birthing what their core values are, getting clear of what they want to align with. And then lastly is affirming. The fourth step is to affirm every day, every way, what it is that you are choosing to create for your life through your daily spiritual practice. We do a life purpose statement in Soulciete, and affirming every day. We look at it, all the girls look at it, the guys look at it, and you basically affirm every day. It's your North Star of what it is that you're affirming for your life. Who do you want to be in the realm of your relationships? Who do you want to be as the legacy you want to leave for your life? Who do you want to be as the mother or sister or daughter or anything of your life? What are the principles that you want to embody? And that's what you affirm every single day in every single way. So the law of creation states again, life is being created from spirit, your higher self, right now. This axiom is the first cause and mode of operation of how the creative process of the universe, how you're manifesting is through this creative law. It is the unfoldment of thought through universal law into form. This law is based upon the primary axiom of spirituality, which is the reality of life is created from spirit. Your higher self, spirit, manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe is the body of spirit. This creative process works for everyone equally. So the truth is you are creating 24/7 without any effort whatsoever. You are so powerful that you even consider yourself to be anything other than the I am identity. You set into motion universal law. You are just a creative factor. That's all you are. You create. That's all you do. And you're doing it through the conscious mind. And it goes into the subjective mind, into the soul, and into and one with universal law and outpictures. And in that, you create automated things that happen over and over again. So all of life is that karma. We've created every last drop of it. It's the cause and effect, the culmination of cause and effect. And so all of life is from the law of creation. So here we are. You got to accept life as it is, accept people, places, and things as they are, and create new from that. So today is the best day of your life. Today you get to create something new for yourself. Today you get to decide what it is that you are here to create. And for me, the greatest product you can produce is the highest version of yourself. So may you create the greatest version of you. Have a wonderful day, and may you live your truth. Thank you for tuning in to Soulciete and Dr. Erin podcast. If you've had a calling to be a spiritual leader or coach, you can go to soulciete.com and check out our free training. If you've received value here, I would love it if you take a moment and give a 5-star review. In exchange, I have a ton of free gifts for you. Grab your free awakening book, 40 guided meditations, and digital manifesting masterclass. I also have a free money meditation and worksheet for you so you can begin to break through your scarcity mindset and claim your birthright of prosperity. You can get all of your gifts and learn about our upcoming transformational events in my bio link in both Instagram and Facebook. That's under drerin.tv, which is DRERIN.tv. Also, I'd love to invite you into our free private community on Facebook under groups called Soulciete. That is facebook.com/groups/Soulciete. That's SOULCIETE. Have a divine day, and may you live your truth.